Welcome back. Welcome back. It's your host, Delano, on the FanWire podcast. Hey, yo, we are giving you the post-game recap of the matchup between the Chicago Sky and our Washington Mystics. Yo, this was a hard-fought game from the beginning to the end. It went down to the wire. So let's jump to it. And again, this is your trusted host for Washington Mystic content. Hey, we tell you how it is. We give you the real. All right, let's jump into it. All right, so the Washington Mystics edged out the Chicago Sky with a score of 81-79. And we actually took the show on the road. This was one of 4 games that were played at our alternate venue. And this particular matchup was in Fairfax, Virginia at the Eagle Bank Arena. That's at George Mason University. It was a crucial win. And, we're getting closer to a 500 record. So we're 9-10 currently. And, we did what we had to do to get the victory today. There were moments where it looked like we were going to let the game slip away. And in the very beginning, Chicago looked like they were trying to run with us, but they couldn't keep up. Their guards, they didn't have enough today. But we'll talk about all of those particular parts of the game in a moment. All right, so let's talk about the key performers of the game, right? For our Washington Mystics, the key performer is our own Shakira Austin. Shakira had 15 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals, while shooting 45% from the field. Talk about doing what you got to do to get the dub. How do they say? The dubs in the chat. They kept putting all the W's in the chat. All right. So Shakira Austin is definitely solidifying herself as a key contributor, a key member for our Washington Mystics going forward. We got to do what we got to do. Sign into that good contract. It is a contract year. So, Shakira Austin is, again, the heart and soul of our Washington Mystics. When it comes down to her heart and her energy that she provides on a day in and night out basis is virtually unmatched for the Washington Mystics. So we salute to Shakira. Keep doing what you do. Keep bringing that in. Keep bringing the energy because it's real deal needed. All right. So let's jump forward. Talk about the Chicago Sky. Angel Reese was their top performer with 22 points, 15 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal while shooting 55% from the field. I mean, he played a heck of a game. When she comes back to the DMV region to play games, she give us some fits. Hey, let's be real. And she's been doing this over probably like the last 5 games, having similar stat lines, double-double machine, and high motor with her double-doubles. So she is the top performer for the Chicago Sky. And, let's talk more about some of these statistics from the game because it was a hard-fought game. And, I got to see. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, I've been trying to figure out what this little screen, okay, now I get it. All right, let's do this. Let me take that off. And we also got to say what's going on, Darrell Jackson. We appreciate you tuning in like always. One of the day ones for the FanWire podcast channel. We appreciate you. Let us know what you thought of the game. Do you think that we almost let the game get away, or we did enough to win? Let me know what you think, Darrell. Let me know. All right. Let's see here. All right, so let's jump back to the stats, right? So for the Chicago Sky, again, Angel Reese did her thing, 22 points, 15 rebounds, and they weren't the me bounds that people be trying to say. She did her thing. I gotta give her a salute. Credit is due. She also had 4 assists, and it was a rough and tough game. You know, a lot of people there was some jawing, some going back and forth between Shakira Austin and Angel Reese, but I attribute that to just regular trash talk when it comes to basketball. They just competing, they just talking, they talk, but of course the refs want to get in and throw technicals around. But hey, you know, it is what it is. We come to refs. All right. Additionally, when it comes to the Chicago Sky, Elizabeth Williams had a heck of a game as well. Ended up with 20 points, 7 rebounds. Yeah, even though we have top tier players, I believe when it comes to our post plays, when it comes to our post defense, we got some work to do. You know, we can score, but who are we stopping, really? So I don't know if that will, you know, hope that doesn't become a problem going forward. But, you know, it's just one of those things. It's just, hey, we'll see what happens as it goes, right? All right. So, additionally, from Chicago Sky, Rachel Bannon had 13 points, along with 4 rebounds and 3 assists, while shooting 3 of 6 from 3. But also, she had 4 turnovers. Our guards play heck of defense. I mean, they play like it ain't, like it's lights out. Like they trying to take your cookies, without a doubt. And they literally do that for real. All right, so from Darrell Jackson, let's see. Girl showed up, showed great fight and heart despite missing some easy buckets. Yeah, when it comes to the layups and easy buckets, I think that's a league-wide thing that needs to be improved on. I really do. But they definitely show heart, without a doubt. I agree 100%, Darrell. 100%. All right, let's see here. All right, so when it comes to our guards, Sugg Sutton put all kind of pressure on Rachel Bannon, turning her over, making her throw bad passes, throw passes behind, delayed reaction passes. We salute Sugg Sutton and also Slim. Brittany Sykes really, really put that pressure on the guards. And this is also Ariel Atkins' first game back to the DMV since the trade. And, you know, I expected a little bit more from her, but she had 11 points. Didn't make any threes. She seemed very flat on her threes, right? So I'm not sure, you know, if it's just because everybody's playing not necessarily back-to-backs, but every other day games, you know, that could be a factor going into the remainder of the season. Just if players will have the energy to compete at the highest level that they can, because it's so many games and not necessarily rest periods in between games, right? One thing that I did see on social media that can actually impact that next season and going forward it looks like they're going to be extending the season next season, not this season, but next season into November. So that's really good to know. That'll give players rest. That'll give players an opportunity to get their bodies back together and to recuperate in between games. So, and also, hey, makes the season longer. Gives us more to look at. You know, that's always a good thing. All right. So now let's talk about our good old Washington Mystics. Yeah. Because, you know, they did the thing. I ain't mad at them whatsoever. You dig? I ain't mad at them all. All right. So our Washington Mystics, let's see here. Again, Shakira Austin ended up with 15 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. She did her thing. And she actually made a bunch of these points in the third quarter and fourth quarter. So she could not be denied. Kiki Iriafen scared us early in the game. Kiki Iriafen went down on a hit to the face from Angel Reese while going for a loose ball. They were both competing for a rebound. It wasn't anything malicious. It was just, you know, those. If you ever play basketball, you know, you might get hit in the face sometime. That's what that was, right? So we were able to, well, actually, before we talk about that, let's continue to talk about what happened in that particular moment. All right, so Kiki Iriafen got hit in the face, and she actually went down. It looked like she was knocked out, to be honest. The play continued like, you know, anything else because it was a fast break going to the other end of the court. Chicago was going on a fast break. But my thing is this. The referee that was directly in front of the play saw what happened, and I can see how you can let things go on, but for the safety of a player that's laying on the ground directly under the basket, if the ball is coming back towards that player, you have to stop the game. You got to protect the player. You got to protect the assets. I can understand if there's no advantage, all that stuff. But if her team is coming back down the floor, you stop the game. You protect the players. At the same token, you know, I rewatched that particular part of the scenario because I wanted to see what our team and our staff was doing in that particular moment. Our coach was locked in, so he didn't quite see it. But the rest of the team and the rest of the staff, the training staff, they were on it. They were like, "Hey, something's going on." Blah 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 blah. So I'm like that. They was on it. I just wish that they would be, once they got to stop and play, they needed to get down there and see what was going on. But, you know, Kiki ended up going out the game at that time. It looked like she may have been out for the game, for the entire game, the way how she was woozy going off the floor. But she later returned into the game, and she ended up having 11 points, 10 rebounds. She had her double-double, 2 assists. She didn't shoot well. She didn't shoot how she normally would shoot. And I attribute that to getting that hit in the face at the time. So she shot 3 of 11 from the field. And Brittany Sykes, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Didn't hit any threes. And with Brittany Sykes, I'm like, hey, we need you to turn it on way before the fourth quarter comes. We need you to be consistent throughout the game. You should be making at least 3 to 5 points a quarter, right? On top of your free throws. Brittany Sykes only shot 3 free throws. She is a free throw magnet. She gets free throws like it's no tomorrow. But I don't know, you know, she has her games where she is just super aggressive, getting to it. Then she has games where it's like she's taking off. Maybe, I'm not sure if it's an injury. I'm not sure what it is. Not sure it's because she was playing against her old backcourt mate and Ariel Atkins. But if, you got to step on them people. You got to go for the kill every single time. Those are the things I think is kept Brittany Sykes from being an all-star this season. Because the way she started, I thought she was a lock-in because she was killing it. But these type of games make you be like, I don't know if she's ready for the all-star game. All right. So Sugg Sutton, 9 points and shot a really good percentage. But her thing today was to play defense. And she locked down the backcourt for Chicago Sky. Her and Sonia Citron played dynamic defense, along with Brittany Sykes. But Sonia Citron also had 13 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 50% from 3. Did her thing while playing 35 minutes a game. She is the Iron Woman for the Washington Mystics. And that's real deal. All right. Off the bench, Aaliyah Edwards. I believe that trade rumor that took her and the team and us as fans by surprise, I really believe that sparked a fire in Aaliyah Edwards. Because Aaliyah Edwards is definitely capable of being a very good player, right? But it's tough to get on the floor with Kiki being there, right? And Shakira, it's tough. But I really think that she's a valuable asset to our team. She's the 6th woman, right? We need to keep Aaliyah Edwards. I understand that, sometimes you got to motivate people in different ways. And I believe that trade rumor was a motivational tactic, even though it caught everybody by surprise, including the Coach Sidney Johnson. But it's just one of those things like, hey, sometimes you got to motivate people in different ways, right? Lucy Alston played a couple good minutes. I didn't get a video from the Minnesota game, but let me give you Lucy Alston a shout out for that game. 19 points off the bench, shooting threes like it was no tomorrow. Mid-range game looked like her Iowa Buckeyes days. But yeah, Lucy Alston, good job. Jade Milburn, 7 points, along with 1 assist, 1 steal. She played great defense. Turned the ball, made the Chicago Sky backcourt for their second unit, turn the ball over. They play very, very good defense, point of attack defense, great defense. All right, so let's talk about the team. All right, the team stats. All right, so shooting percentage was pretty similar. Let's see, 3-point percentage. They shot 3 better than us by just a smidget, not much. Free throws. Again, free throws are killing us. We will probably be close to undefeated if we can just make free throws. We shot 54% from the free throw. They shot more. Well, actually, we shot more free throws and ended up with 54%. There will be a lot of games that we can lose. And this could have been one of it because we only won by 2 points. We won 81-79. If we didn't make free throws at the end, we could have lost this game because we missed so many free throws throughout this entire game. That can be an Achilles heel. Who wants that, right? We got to do better with that, Lock them in the gym. Shoot them all night if you got to. We got to get that free throw percentage up. They're shooting 76%. The Chicago Sky shot 76% to the Washington Mystics 54. That's ridiculous. And that's a game in and game out deficiency for the team. Got to do better than that. All right, so rebounds. We had 39 to 38. We banged with the Chicago Sky, and it was an even match when it comes to rebounds. All right. Everything was pretty even match. Assists, steals, blocks. We turned over the Chicago Sky, and the Washington Mystics was, playing a good defense, that point of attack defense. And then that led to fast break points. All right, so we had 20 fast break points to their 8. I believe we might be leading the league in fast break points, but I'm going to look that up. I'll have that stat for you the next time we talk. And points in the paint, we're doing our thing. We beat them 46 to 30. I think that was another tale of us winning the fast break points and points in the paint. And, our largest lead was 11, but we let them back in the game. We should have got them. So, again, this game is one of 4 games for the Washington Mystics that are played in an alternate arena. That's the agreement that they have with D.C. government. They play the majority of the games at the Care First Arena, but this is the first of 2 games that will be at Eagle Bank Arena. The next game will be against the Las Vegas Aces, and that will be a night game. And let's see, when is that going to be? That's going to be in 2 days. So that will be on Friday at 7:30 p.m. So make sure y'all tune in, so y'all can see what's popping. Let's see if we're able to get the victory against the Las Vegas Aces. And let's see here. So we had a real good attendance rate for this game. Almost 95,000 people was in attendance. And I think that's great for an 11:30 a.m. game. People at work, people not, able to really be in attendance, and was at the Eagle Bank. So that's probably 40 minutes from the Care First Arena. So that's really, really on the other side of town. So, I understand that the Mystics are trying to broaden the awareness of the Mystics and trying to broaden the fan base. But, certain games I believe should have been strategically in certain places. I really believe that this particular game should have been in Baltimore, right? Angel Reese is from Baltimore. We're playing 2 games in Baltimore. If I were the executive for the Washington Mystics, I would have played 1 game for the Indiana Fever with Caitlin Clark in Baltimore, and then have the second game in Virginia. Build it that way. I don't get it. But, they get paid a lot of money to do whatever they do sometimes. Yeah. Also on the soapbox right now, if you're running the post-game and the pre-game press conferences for the Washington Mystics, I know y'all be watching. I know y'all be tuning in because I be seeing stuff. But can we get those in a timely fashion before and after the game? The fans want to see it. The fans want as much content as possible. Can we do that? Can y'all do that? If you need to, hire me. Get me to do it. I'll go and do it. I've run IT departments before. All you got to do is reach out to your network operators or whatever you guys have titled it in your building and get it out to the people. This is not difficult. This is not hard. Hey, put me on the squad. I'll do it. But anyway, so let's do this. Let's talk more about some of the things that we noticed during the game. All right. So let's see here. The bench for the Chicago Sky, they really struggled. I was looking for certain players to have dynamic games, but they really didn't bring it at all for Chicago. So that really helped us. Like Haley Van Leaf had 0 points. 0. Matter of fact, their bench only had 11 points in the game. There's no way in the world that you can win by having 11 points in the game. For our bench, we had 13, 15, 22 points off the bench. Yeah. You don't have a chance to win if that's how you play. But, hey, that's a Chicago Sky thing. That ain't our problem. We played good defense. That's what I'm going to say. We gave them what they wanted. And let's see here. Yeah, so I really, really think that's the deal for us here. So again, the Washington Mystics showed poise late in the game, particularly from our rookie contributors, and that's our wNBA All-Star contributors, Sonia Citron and Kiki Iriafen, along with the veteran leadership from Shakira Austin, and for her to be able to maintain her calmness throughout this particular game. So the Sky, they fought really hard, especially with Angel Reese and Elizabeth Williams, but their bench let them down. And, it is what it is. We were able to get the victory. And, yeah. So do you guys think that the Washington Mystics are playing to their best capability at this point in the season? Let me know in the chat. Let's talk about it in the chat. Also, let us know if we need to have a major focus on our defensive ability against post players. Because, we're able to score, we're able to rebound, do things like that. But are we able to stop people? I think that'll be very, very important as we go further into the season. All right. And also, do you think that we really should have won this game or we should have lost? Let us know. Let us know. All right. So, again, this is your host, Delano, on the FanWire podcast. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. And, we look forward to everything that's coming for our Washington Mystics. And, yeah. Also, let us know if you're a Washington Mystic fan in the chat. Also, let us know if you're a Sky supporter or if you're just a wNBA junkie like the rest of us. All right. So this is your host, Delano, from the FanWire podcast, your trusted voice for Washington Mystic content. We appreciate everybody for pulling up for the post-game recap for the Washington Mystics against the Chicago Sky. Again, the Washington Mystics pulled out the victory, 81-79, to now 9-10, one game closer to being 50%, while have a 500 record for the season. We appreciate y'all. So don't forget to follow us on social media, YouTube, Twitter/X, Facebook. Subscribe to the channel. Lock in with us because we're dropping all the content. And just to let you know, again, we are your trusted voice for Washington Mystic content. So again, we appreciate y'all for pulling up. If you feel the need to donate, hey, do your thing. Information in the description. And yeah, when we shoot, We score over here at the FanWire podcast. That's it. We're going to catch y'all on the next one. We out of here. Oh. One more thing. On Thursday, August the 28th at 7 p.m., the Washington Mystics are taking on the New York Liberty. And guess what we're doing? We are renting out a bus to take us, the fans, all the way to New York so we can support our squad, right? And the information will be in the description as well. It's a link to get your ticket. You can get a ticket for the bus only. That's round trip transportation on comfort seating. We have Wi-Fi on the bus, outlet plugs, so you can make sure you stay in tune to the outside world. And this is also an ADA accessible bus as well, just in case you need those needs. All right. Along with, we're going up so we can support our squad, because at the end of the day, we got to show the Mystics that we are on. We on the road with them. You know, we're gonna show support with them, and they gonna so that they can feel it. You know what I mean? No matter where they at. But we starting off with the game against the Liberty. So pull up, tap in with us so that you can get on the bus too. You dig? All right. So we out of here. Appreciate y'all. Gone.